quiet, please. Thank you.
All right. Good Saturday morning, everybody. 20 to 10 right here live from the Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply Store in Ooltewah. I'm Steve. That's Pete. What's up, man?
How's it going, Steve?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I'll tell you what, it's been a nice Christmas, but I'm glad it's over.
I think everybody is. I don't want to see a piece of meat.
No.
Well, we're talking about that. We love to cook.
Yeah.
We went from turkey roast to turkeys to prime ribs. It was Chateaubriand. We've cooked and smoked and briskets. Yeah.
But, I mean, you name it.
We had a good time. But now we're shifting gears into January. And Pete, I can't tell you what a better day than today would be for a big old pot of chili on the smoker.
Yeah.
It's cold, it's rainy, it's wet. And what chilly weather to watch football games with today.
Oh, absolutely. This time of year for me, I'm more into the soups, the chilies.
Yep.
You know, any kind of stuff that can warm your insides, right?
And they taste good when you make them on your smoker.
They do.
When you add that little bit of touch of smoke flavor to it, everything seems to taste better. We're going to, let's see, Pete, we need to tell everybody about the chili cook-off that's coming up on February the 1st at 11 o'clock here at Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply. We're going to have 10 contestants. And this year, the judges are going to be the guys from Chatted Up Sports Podcast coming to you live right here. They'll be doing a live podcast from the store here on that day.
I'm looking forward to it, Steve. These guys, we've been talking to Garrett, who's a neighbor of ours.
Yeah, Garrett Tolley.
Garrett Tolley, and I'll tell you, I'm excited about teaming up with them.
Yep.
And I think people are really going to enjoy their sports talk and teaming up. And
I texted with Garrett yesterday. He said everybody's pumped.
Good.
Now, Chatted Up Sports, these guys are. I don't know if you've watched it. They are funny, and it's a local talk show that just talks about one thing we do love, that's sports. It's Garrett Tolley, Greg Arnold, and if that name sounds familiar, Greg was on 105.1 ESPN The Zone for about a year. He had a talk show, 12 to 2, 12 to 1. It was really good. Malcolm Harris is part of the team. Joseph Guthrie is part of the team, and Chase Green rounds out the team of Chatted Up Sports. They're going to be right here with you in just a few weeks.
They're a growing group. Their
podcast is growing.
They
do a lot of stuff with 96.5, the hits 96.5. Good group of guys and pretty knowledgeable on sports too. So we're real fortunate to have those guys on board, and we're really looking forward to it. I made you some. I've been up all night making this chili.
Oh my gosh, all night.
Yeah, my chili takes a long time.
Precision.
It takes a long
Precision.
time. And you have never tasted my chili.
Never have.
And I brought you some here. Let me just let's see. Yeah, let's get Sean's off today, so we're gonna have to do everything one man band. Let's get there's a good picture of my chili in my lodge pan.
Did you eat half of it?
No, I didn't want to give you too much. But there's a good shot of the chili. We're gonna have some cheese with you. And there's the bowls and stuff like that. We've got some other stuff here right there. It's good stuff.
Nothing like a good bowl of chili with some
homemade
cheese.
Chili.
With some cheese.
Some homemade chili.
Yeah, I like
cheese.
Hold
that spoon right there. I'm gonna shovel you up some first. There you go. Put a little bit of cheese on there for you. You gotta have a little cheese on there.
Oh yeah.
I don't have any sour cream, or I would have put some sour
cream. I don't do sour cream
in
mine, no.
I do. I like it. Now, of course, we have got Malcolm Reed's chili seasoning, and we have got Meat Church chili seasoning in stock. And that stuff both of those are just fantastic. This is my homemade chili recipe, Pete. I want you to sample that thing.
I just got it mixed up here. Let's see what it. Pretty good, Steve. It's got a little smokehouse taste to it.
Mm-hmm. It sure does.
Smoky taste.
Can you taste that salt?
I can taste the salt. There's nothing without salt goes in yours. May I have another bite there.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it. You think maybe it wouldn't be fair if I entered that contest, would it? I don't think it would be fair.
No, I don't think you can enter the contest, Steve. But now I will tell you, it's very good. But the contest that we did last year with chili was by far of just a fantastic, good judges, good everything.
Yep.
The chilies, and there are a lot of smack talk. I'll tell you,
Jason, are you kidding me? Jason Clark.
Oh,
He's already started. Our reigning champion is Jason Clark, and he has already started. We've got Malcolm's chili seasoning, too. And we've got oh, geez. Remove that. We've got the Texas chili seasoning from Matt Pittman. Pretend like you didn't see that. Matt Pittman's Texas chili seasoning right there. So both of them are great products and a good base to your homemade chili like mine. I hope they didn't see that. That's almost embarrassing. Boy, it's good.
So this would be a really good chili to put on nachos. I like nachos with chili, and then I put a little sour cream on there with some jalapeno peppers.
You know what my favorite thing to put in chili is? Cheese, a little bit of sour cream, and Fritos.
No, Fritos, my wife, she won't eat them without Fritos.
And you got to put the dip size ones, not the little teeny ones, the dip size ones.
Scoops. They're called scoops.
Yep. I love that. Everybody back at home, anybody at home love those too? Let's see if we got any comments yet this morning. Daddy Dutch, good morning, Daddy Dutch, from all points, all over the United States. Daddy Dutch, no telling where you'll find him. I love Fritos in there, Pete. I just love it.
Yeah, I'm not a big Frito person in there. I actually like crackers, saltine crackers in mine. The little bitty ones, the miniature saltine crackers or the oyster crackers.
I like the oyster crackers.
Yeah, oysters. Yeah. I like the smaller ones.
Now, we've got signed up. We're going to have 10 contestants. And what I'm doing, Pete, I'm giving the 10 guys that were in the contest last year, I'm giving them first right to enter since they were nice enough to compete last year. But so far I've heard back from Jason Clark, the reigning champion. He's in it. Michael Williams. Michael is in it. Perry Collins texted me, say he wants in.
He wasn't in last year.
No, yes. Oh, yeah, he was. He sure was. And he said he's gunning for you, Jason Clark.
Oh, all right.
He has got Jason's got a bullseye on his back. And Perry said he's going to take care of that bullseye. And just got off the text with Billy Holland, the second place finisher last year.
Yeah, he's a chili man. Now, he enters a lot of chili, and he's won several chili contests, I believe.
And he always places.
Yeah.
And Billy, so we got 4 out of the 10. So if you were in it last year, and I've sent out a group text, and we need to know by Monday. If not, we'll start taking the free agents, and the first one to sign up will get in.
You can't get in. You're out.
You're out. It wouldn't be fair.
You're out. Even though you might win it with this chili, I don't know, but
I like that. I like that salt.
Breakfast of champion.
I like that salt. We need to pick up some Fritos on the way home. So Jason's in it, Michael Williams, Perry Collins, and Billy Holland. The number 1 and number 2 guys from last time are in. So are you good? Is your chili good enough to be in? Then let's prove it. And the guys from Chatted Up Sports will be the judges.
We won't have a problem filling up 10 people, I guarantee you.
No. Here's Brant Hilliard. Fritos and chili sounds good. Yes, it does. Brant, you're exactly right.
We got to get Pup in here too and see about Pup joining this.
Mm-hmm.
I know he cooks chilies and stuff.
Yeah, Rondell. He's
Rondell Thacker.
He came by a couple times over the holidays.
From the Thack Shack.
The Thack Shack.
The Thack Shack.
The Thack Shack. All right, let's get rid of that right there. Okay, let's go right there. I got to do everything this morning. Now, what we're going to do, hang on just a second. It's time for barbecue tips from Pete.
I'm Steve Harvey, and this is Barbecue Tips with Pete. Pete's Barbecue Tips, sponsored by Butcher Barbecue.
There you go. That's quite an introduction.
I love that, man.
And
What an introduction. What an introduction.
All right, what do you got for us today,
So,
Pete?
Steve,
I'm going to eat while you're talking.
I'm going to tell you that I'm always thinking about things to talk about.
I know you thought about knives.
I did, but this year, prior to Christmas, probably 2 weeks before Christmas, there were a lot of wives that came in to get their husband things. And so, my first question to them when they come in, they don't know a whole lot about barbecue stuff. My husband cooks, what does your husband cook a lot of? Well, they cook, most of them were like, he likes to cook butts.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, does he cook, do you like the flavor butt? Well, it's okay, but I don't ever get a consistent taste, a consistent bite. Every time I take a bite, sometimes it's got this smoky taste, sometimes it don't, but it's never a consistent bite. And I can relate to that, right? I understand
absolutely.
that. So
pork's like chicken.
Yeah, so you get about 2 hours worth of smoke, and the outside gets smoke on it. And if you chop it up, cut it up, pull it up, however you do, if you don't get a bite of that in there, you're getting a different flavor.
And Pete, the thing is, nothing you put on the outside of a pork butt
goes in it,
penetrates it.
That's right.
It's just too thick for me.
So I'm going to tell you what I do and what I talk to these ladies about that they bought, took home to their husband, said, I want to try this. So for me, salt, pepper, garlic, right? Here's some Lane's SPG, which is salt, pepper, garlic. That's what I like to use on the outside of mine. It's a good blend. Mm-hmm. If you just put on yourself, which a lot of people do, I can't really get that consistent blend, so I like to use this SPG from Lane's. It's a good product. So that's what I'm going to put on the outside.
Okay.
Then they said, well, my husband makes it too smoky. He uses hickory. I said, well, I get that. My wife's she doesn't like hickory and she don't like mesquite. But what I use and what a lot of people like is pecan. Mm-hmm. It's a very good, consistent taste. It's not overpowering, overwhelming. So I will say that I would tell them I would smoke it with pecan. I like a pecan.
And we've got the pecan wood chunks here, and we also have the pecan B&B pellets too.
Absolutely.
So for your smokers, for your offsets, for your gravity feeds, and we've got the pellets.
I will tell you this, just to throw it in. If you look at these are very good, consistent chunks too. That's one other thing I like about the B&B. So I use the pecan, and then I tell them to get a consistent flavor, you need to season it when you're pulling it. Mm-hmm. And so when I'm pulling it, I'm using a half pan that I'm usually putting my meat in, right? Mm-hmm. But you can get here too, right, as well. And I'm putting a layer, probably about this much, of barbecue pulled pork in there, and then I'm seasoning it with this savory pecan seasoning. Mm-hmm. Now you can use any of your favorite seasonings you want, but I really love this again, pecan wood, the pecan seasoning. I'm going to sprinkle it pretty liberal in there. Then I'm going to put some more, and I'm going to sprinkle, and I'm last layer and sprinkle again. Then I'm going to mix it up.
I love it like that.
And then I'm going to kind of cover it and let it rest, Steve. Mm-hmm. I'm going to let it rest. This flavor now, when you make a barbecue sandwich or just a pork plate, every bite you get is going to be a consistent taste, a consistent bite. And you can do that with any seasoning you like. This just happens to be what I like to use. Mm-hmm. And I recommend to try it. So I'm looking forward to some of these ladies coming back, and they will, and telling me how it worked for them. I'm going to try that in your...
You know what? I love this. Is one of my all-time favorite rubs from David.
So he has two pecans, but I'll tell you, the savory pecan to me mm-hmm. is the better taste.
The other ones, that smells. I mean, the smell
amazing.
is just so good. I wonder if this could be the secret ingredient
to winning
chili.
To winning
on this homemade chili I've been slaving over all day.
So again, just kind of a recap. My tip is find you a seasoning you really like. You want a consistent flavor, put it in your butt when you're pulling it, mix it up real good consistently, let it rest a little bit, and every bite you take, every of your meat that you get out of there, whether it's in a sandwich, on a plate, is going to be consistent.
Use it in your chili. Oh my gosh. That stuff's good on everything. Use that on cornflakes.
Cornflakes.
But Pete, you're right.
This chili's so good, I don't want to put nothing else in it.
That is good chili. Secret ingredient too.
It's
a secret. I can't. That even adds a little bit of heat to it. Just a little bit of heat.
All right, you got to talk me into trying.
Just try that. It just adds just a little bit of heat to it. Not much. That's what it'll do to your pork butt too.
I'm
It adds
surprised
just a little
you-
bit of a. I'm not going to call it a heat, a little zing, You know it's there, but it doesn't overtake the power or the taste of the meat. It enhances the flavor of the meat.
Wow.
Tell me that's not good.
Yeah.
We
I
may
can't imagine-
just we just may invented we may have invented the greatest chili in the world.
I can't believe that anybody that tries this wouldn't love this season.
Mm-hmm.
That is a fantastic season. Of course, David makes a lot of good seasons, and so Lane's. Everybody does, but that is one of my favorites of David's right there.
Yep.
That savory pecan.
So don't forget, outside on your pork butt, salt, pepper, garlic. Inside, after you pull it, the savory pecan. It's a winner. It'll be something that if you've never done it, your friends will, most likely your friends have never had it done that way. And when they taste it, they'll say, "What in the world did you do to this?" It tastes fantastic.
You know, Steve, we did this one time for a.
I've done it a million times.
But no. If you remember, we had an emergency call during COVID.
Yeah, we sure did.
And we had a nursing home that actually their cooks all came down with COVID, and they asked us, could we support catering 210 people?
Yeah.
And so we cooked butts, right? Salt, pepper, garlic, and we used this in there. And I never forget, those people constantly called afterwards. They just went ballistic over what the flavor, the taste.
Staff wanted to know what it was.
What it was.
It was great.
So I tell you, it's my go-to for mine.
It's good stuff. Pete, thanks so much. All right, don't forget, February the 1st, 11 o'clock here at Owl's Nest Barbecue. It's the second ever chili cook-off. We're going to have 10 contestants, and Chatted Up Sports is going to be doing the judging for us, and that's going to be just a good time. Come on down. And what we do, we're going to do something special. I think we're going to do a People's Choice too. And we're going to do it different. We're going to put the People's Choice out there. We'll put all 10 contestants. But I'm not going to let the contestants stand with their chili. So we're not going to make it a popularity contest.
Right.
We're going to make it a standalone chili contest. And we're going to mix them up. And the people will be standing with chili, but it won't be theirs.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
And they got grilled pretty heavy last year about, tell me about what you put in it. Tell me about this. I learned a lot from that. Like, what I learned is there needs to be a certain amount of beans in there.
Mm-hmm.
You can have too little, they were grading them pretty tough, Steve.
Yep.
It wasn't just flavor.
This year we're going to be judging a little bit different because we're going to just do a blind judging. The judges won't know who's they're tasting because the guys are going to be out there manning the stations. It's going to be a fun day, and you're going to eat lots of chili. Lots of chili we had last year, and it's really good. Pete, we got to get out of here. I've got a gentleman out there who's going to pick up his holiday brisket that I did for him. So everybody, thank you so much, and we will see you Monday night for the catch-up show at 7 o'clock right here live on Facebook. I'm Steve. That's Pete. Come and see us today. Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply in